Yeah, I mean, I think we had the puck a lot. I think that was a lot of it. We forechecked really well. We played it as a connected five-man unit all over the ice, I think, and our forecheck was probably the key. I think you know, when these guys on offense are pressuring the way that they have, it's tough to play against. So I think right from the get-go, our forecheck was on, and I think that made the biggest difference.
Mikko, you guys have talked a lot about kind of fresh legs. How much does it, do you feel that the impact of the fact that you guys did sweep Nashville, you swept Edmonton, and kind of the rest that you've been able to kind of accumulate over these playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's you know, physics that you get rest, you're rested. So I think you have a point there for sure. So if you play like every other day for a long period of time, it's gonna wear you down. But they've been here before. They played 2 long seasons before this too. So we just gotta, we can't think about that too much. That we're a more fresh team. I think we just gotta reset again. And it's a 0-0 hockey game again in the start of game 3. So we just gotta get ready for that now.
For both of you, can you talk about your team's discipline for the first 2 games?
Yeah, I think you know, you all saw them get a little bit more physical, and I think you know, that's just gamesmanship on their part. They're trying to get it into 4-on-4 situation, and then you know, maybe we take another penalty 4-on-4 and they get a 4-on-3 to get some momentum. So you know, all playoff long, I think we've played teams throughout the entire playoffs that have tried to get us off our game, and you know, we'll take the first punch in the face and get the power play and skate away. So I think that's been our mindset. We're not going to get sucked into that stuff, and we will continue to not do that.
Yeah, more to the physical toll of the playoffs. These guys that you're playing have played a lot of hockey, not just this year, but over the last 3 years. How much of that is part of the game plan and trying to get on their defense and making sure that you guys take a body whenever you can?
Yeah, obviously that's a big thing in playoffs, and we don't really think about the fact that they've been playing long seasons the last 2 years, and we're just kind of going at it like just with the simple plan, you know, just like Erik said, you know, our forecheck has to be a factor and our speed. And last night we did it, you know, they had some trouble breaking the puck out, and we just have to keep doing the exact same thing.
Go ahead, Erik, right side.
For Mikko, just how have you liked your start to the series personally? And for Erik, coming off of a game like Game 2, do you have to guard against overconfidence entering Game 3?
Yeah, it's you know, I've been playing pretty good the last 2 games, but it's far from over, and it's individually very important to reset after every game and not think about the last game. You gotta move past it, and even though it's a good game or a bad game, so I think that's the mentality we have in the whole team.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue at all, overconfidence. I think every series, every game, we've taken it a game-by-game approach. We know they're a lot better team at home than they're on the road, so we expect to get their best games here in 3 and 4. So from our standpoint, nothing changes. Our mindset's been the same all year long, all playoff long. So what are we confident about? We haven't won anything yet, so our mindset's the exact same. It's been all playoff.
Take one more question in the back.
Mikko, how much do you think your speed has caught that by surprise? You know, you mentioned the forecheck. How much do you think that's something that, you know, maybe a challenge they haven't faced yet?
Yeah, I think like last night we saw it, you know, when we were skating the whole game. I think in the first game we were good in the first, but then we kind of took our foot off the gas in the second, and they were a better team in that period. But I think last night, just gotta play like that all the time and just reload above the pucks all the time. It makes it tough for them to get some offense going. But we know, like Erik said, they're a better team at home, and we know they're gonna come with their probably best game of the playoffs in Game 3. So we gotta be ready for that. But yeah, we don't have to change a lot. We just have to stay mentally focused and just go at it.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Coach Bednar will be here shortly.
You want to do that? Sure.
We have Jared Bednar here to take your questions. We're We're gonna start front right with Steve.
Morning, Jared. Is Andre Burakovsky traveling with you guys, and do you have any update?
He's actually getting evaluated this morning. He's gonna join the team tomorrow in Tampa.
Can you talk about your team's discipline for the first 2 games and through the playoffs?
Yeah, it's been really good. You know, it's something we talked about early in the season. The guys have been a real disciplined team. Just working to, use their skating to draw penalties and trying to use their skating to check and not get caught in bad spots and staying away from the things after the whistle, scrums, etc. And it's part of who we are. We don't feel like it needs to be part of our game, getting mixed up and all that stuff. So guys have done a nice job staying out of it.
Only 16 shots for them last night. What is working for you guys defensively in terms of more details, more discipline?
Yeah, I think both. I think guys were engaged last night, highly committed to our checking game, playing to the structure of our game and the detail of our game. Highly competitive, so that helps, and I think everyone just digging in when we made a mistake. We had other guys covering it up.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Jared. Playoffs are always called the war of attrition. For the guys that you're playing, this is their third straight trip to the finals. How cognizant are you of that? And it's part of the strategy to kind of, on the forecheck, make sure they're taking a body, make sure they're kind of wearing down that defense as much as possible. And then a second question, are you hopeful that we might see Nas for maybe game 3 or game 4 of the series?
Yeah, so not sure on Naz's timeline yet. I still have him as day-to-day. Obviously, he's progressing. He's been skating every day. He's put a stick into it. He's starting to shoot pucks down, handle the puck more, catching and releasing it like with passing and shooting. So we're hopeful we're going to see him at some point. I'm not sure about game 3 or game 4. We'll see. And I think, understanding it's a long, hard road to get to this point, especially 3 years in a row. I think the physicality in our game has to be part of it, finishing checks. I touched on it yesterday. It's, we have an identity we like to play to. Part of that is making sure that we're really up on the forecheck. It's sort of the first indicator of our work and our skating. If we're forechecking well and getting back about pucks well, then we feel like we have a good start to our foundation of our game. So, we're losing some guys here to injury, not necessarily from hits. It's part of the game. You have to have other guys stepping in, but certainly you want to be trying to stay healthy and as energized as possible. So playing as hard as you can physically certainly helps where it comes to.
On the right side, Erik.
With the score being as lopsided last night as it was, Tampa's going to talk about throwing that out. It's just one loss. Do you have to do the same on
No
your end?
question, no question. I mean, I was really impressed with our team's performance last night. I thought they were dialed in on all aspects of our game, highly engaged and energized, and we had a good night. It was a really good night for our team. But it's 7-0, 1-0 doesn't really matter. It's one performance. We're gonna need 4 or more great performances. You're gonna have a great performance to win in the Stanley Cup Finals, and we're halfway there with 2 wins, and we're gonna have to play some really good hockey here forward. And we know it's gonna jump and be that much tougher than Tampa.
Back row, Tim.
Jared, when you get to your game, like you did last night mostly, how strong is the temptation for you to do what, coaches do? They're looking to fix and tinker and adjust.
Not very strong at all, to be honest with you. That's the, I could use that game as a template. Like, I just thought it was a really strong game. I could use that as a template moving forward, looking back on our games. That's the game we've been trying to get to all along. I think, we've gotten there at times past. I touched on it last night. Like, I thought we were, dialed into what we were supposed to do, but then we shot the puck well, right? Like, we hit our targets. We were able to beat Vasilevsky. Sometimes we play well and we don't finish off our chances like we did last night. So it all came together for us last night. We'll go out and try to repeat or better that performance here in game 3. That's right.
One more question in the back.
Jared, real quick, is Nas traveling with you guys?
He is.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Joe, I can do the whole thing, Joe. I'm not flying today.
That concludes
Can you get Bednar?
media availability
Yeah,
for
Bednar.
both the Lightning and the Avalanche. We'll see everybody in Tampa.
I'll do Cooper. Yeah, I'm not traveling. I'll do it.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Who's helping back?